As the global aviation industry continues to see the effects of the ongoing coronavirus outbreak, we've seen the effects of global airlines announcing flight cancellations to and from China as the country is pledging to support its businesses to write off the economic effects of the recent travel demand downturn due to the fears of travelers as the outbreak has now spread to other countries throughout the world. Being the country where the first outbreaks took place, one of the major airline companies has been heavily affected. That company, the HNA Group from Hainan, has been facing financial difficulty with some of its airlines in its portfolio staving off bankruptcy and shutdown. Recently, it has been reported through outlets such as Bloomberg that the Chinese government could take over the private group, which would really shake up the Chinese aviation industry. According to the report on Bloomberg, the Chinese central government, through the government of Hainan, where the HNA Group is based in, could seize control of the company, which recently has turned to Chinese national banks to help meet its existing financial obligations within its companies. Another scenario we could see as a result of this possible move would be the division of the assets of the company to the Chinese big three carriers, the Air Chinas, the China Southerns, and the China Easterns, which do have a significant stake owned by the Chinese government. Now, this isn't very good news for the Chinese private conglomerate, which had its start with airlines but has since expanded with a large expansion funded by debt, securing shares in global companies such as Deutsche Bank and the Hilton Worldwide Group. It hasn't been smooth sailing since the mid-2010s, as airlines within its portfolio has been struggling. Among those companies which has been discussed in videos prior in this channel is Hong Kong Airlines, which recently got a reprieve from the Hong Kong government, which was considering revoking its airline license as the airline was facing its own financial difficulties, which saw the Hong Kong Airlines reduce routes and fail to make payments for aircraft orders. And now new reports are surfacing that the airline is cutting down on in-flight meals and looking to reduce staff, with planned layoffs looming for around 400 employees. The HNA Group also had a stake in low-cost carrier HK Express, which it sold to Cathay Pacific in 2019. With the potential takeover of the airlines, which actually numbers to around 20, including Hainan Airlines, its flagship airline, among other airlines based in China, this is definitely going to shake up the aviation industry, as the HNA Group was an experiment by the Chinese authorities, with having major companies having a share of several airlines within its parent company. And such a move would be one of the biggest corporate restructuring or failures in China. While this has been reported in the press, the HNA Group has denied that these talks have taken place. So the future does look really bleak for the group airline, especially with the situation at Hong Kong Airlines, where the Hong Kong government, which has already issued several warnings and a pass in December, may not be willing to do so again in the future, though it's likely that it could see another cash infusion through, as we saw in December. The coronavirus outbreak is showing the weaknesses even more so of these airlines whose financial difficulties have been ongoing for years. In the case for examples like Hong Kong Airlines and Hainan Airlines, they both expanded rapidly and purchased new aircraft rapidly, while failing to watch their financial situations, and this also applies to the parent company, the HNA Group, with its own eager spending spree, acquiring stakes in companies around the world, putting it in a situation where it has to sell some of its assets in order to secure cash for its operations. While the reports are speculation, it does seem plausible given that the Chinese government does not want to have a major economic situation caused by the effects of having one major company go down. To prevent such situation, it will definitely go to great lengths, including using debt to pay off debt. What are your thoughts on the situation with the HNA Group, and do you think that the Chinese government will actually enact this takeover, or will selling its other assets be enough to stave off what looks like an inevitable doom for the HNA Group? Thank you for watching. This has been another edition of Flights in Asia, highlighting the news and updates from the aviation and travel scene from the Asia Pacific. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, thank you for watching and have a great day.